Hey, it's Nathan with OptionsForAll.com. In this video, we're going to go over how to buy call options on TastyTrade. We'll do it on the mobile site or the mobile app, and then we'll hop over to their website on a computer, and I'll show you how to do it there. Now, even if you're not doing it on the mobile app, I do recommend watching that part because I'll spend a little bit more time going through some of the details and explain some of the settings when going through it on mobile. Now, also, I'm basically going through all the technical steps on how to buy call options on TastyTrade. If you're interested in learning about call options or long calls, then I have a blog post and also a video explaining the long call option strategy. So if you're trying to learn about the strategy, check out this blog post and video first, and then when you're ready to do the trade, you can watch this video that you're watching right now and get the steps on how to actually do it. So let me go ahead and open up the mobile app on the full screen here. All right, so here we are inside of TastyTrade, and what we want to do is come down to trade at the bottom. So tap on trade, and from here you can go ahead and enter a symbol or a company. And so I'm going to go ahead and tap on that and enter SPY, and I can see it right there, the State Street Spider S&P 500 ETF Trust. So we'll go ahead and tap that. Alrighty, so here's some information on SPY. We got overview, order change, alerts, etc. But we're trading options, so we want to come down here to the bottom and we see the option for options. So go ahead and tap there. And tapping options loaded up our options chain. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this real quick by tapping on the date or the blue line, so we can go ahead and do that. So when you tap in to it or initially, it'll probably look something like this. So this is our full options chain. You can see expiration dates right here. So these are the dates that the options expire on, and you want to select the one that's relevant to you. I'll go ahead and pop open the 626 options chain. So I'm just going to tap right there, and it opened up the 626 options chain. You can see it's 33 days till expiration. We have the call side on the left hand side and the put side on the right hand side, and you can click on this little gear icon as well, and you can customize some of your information. So you can customize the number of strikes shown, the expiration type, the price range overlay, and then you could also select which columns you want to see. So like I have delta, open interest, probability of in the money. You can tap on edit table columns as well and select other columns that might be relevant, like maybe you want to have theta in the mix as well. We'll go ahead and type that and save and reorganize. All right, so now we've got 3 pages of columns. Let's go ahead and go back and take a look at our options chain. All right, so here we are, and when you figure out what strike price you want to buy, you just navigate to it. So in this case, I'm looking at the $740 strike price because I would happily buy SPY at $740, as that's what a call option does, is it gives me the right to buy the stock at that strike price of $740. Now, of course, I have to pay a premium in order to buy SPY at $740, and that premium is the cost of the options contract. So it's about $17.95 to buy the right to buy SPY at $740. So what I would need SPY to do is be worth more than $740 plus $17.95 by expiration. So that's $757.95, right? And right now it's sitting at $745. So that's got to move quite a ways. However, we do have 33 days until expiration in order for that to happen. So anyway, I'm going to assume that I did the analysis, and that is my theory, that SPY is going to rip past $757.95 by expiration, or at least have a violent move upward before then, and then I could just go ahead and sell my option for a profit as well. So let's get ready to go ahead and buy the option. Now, when you're buying an option, you need to look at the ask side. This is the price that the sellers are asking for, and you can see it says buy right there. So it's kind of hinting to you that if you want to buy it, you look at this column. So the sellers of the option are willing to sell it for $17.95. The buyers of this option, so other people like us, are wanting to spend $16.31. So you can see that there's like a difference in the prices here, and that is the bid-ask spread. And we'll talk a little bit more about it in just a minute here. But when you want to buy it, you tap on the price under the ask column. So I'm going to tap on the $17.95, and it opened up our order form. I'm going to go ahead and tap this up arrow just to make it bigger and more like in our face, and so it's easier to see. All right, so here we go. We can see that we have one option at the June 26th expiration date, which is 33 days till expiration, $740 strike price. It's a call option. We're BTO, or buy to open. That's what we're doing. We're buying the call option. we can see the price range. So again, we have the bid, which is what the buyers are bidding. We have the ask, which is what the sellers are asking for. And then we have the mid price. So that's, the halfway point between the bid and the ask. And depending on how quickly you want this order to fill will probably dictate what price you set your order at. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second here. We see some more information. We got our delta, we got our theta, we got our probability of profit at 37%, our max profit at infinity, max loss at $1,795. And then we have a few quick options, like we could quickly adjust our strike price. So we can go ahead and decrease our strike price or increase our strike price. If we had a multi-leg strategy going on, we could change the width between our legs. We're only buying one option, so we don't have any width to change. We also have the quantity, so if we want to increase the quantity, we could go ahead and increase it or decrease it. I'm going to keep it on one contract right there. Then we get into the different order types. The default is limit. And limit order means that you're setting a price limit on the order. And your limit price is down here at $17.95. So that means that I am willing to spend $17.95 per share within this contract. And each contract represents 100 shares. So I'm willing to spend $1,795 to buy this contract. You can see my max loss right here of $1,795. And that's because I could potentially lose my entire investment into this options contract. Now, one nice thing about a limit order is that even though we set it at $17.95 and our price will never go above that, it could go below. So we could wind up spending like $17.80 instead if we just happen to get lucky and the seller's like, yeah, I'd sell my contract for $17.80. So the limit price is simply the max you'll pay, not necessarily what you'll pay on that particular contract. So that's something that's kind of nice. Now, also real quick, we set our limit price at $17.95, which is exactly what the sellers are asking for. And so our order will probably fill right away because we're giving them exactly what they want. Now, you could go ahead and lower your price. Like maybe you want to go for the mid price. We can just tap on mid. And you can see that it updated our limit price to $17.30. And hopefully your order would fill in a reasonable amount of time. Now, if SPY's ripping upwards, then it probably won't fill. But if it dips down a little bit, your order might fill. Or maybe some sellers come in and they're like, okay, I'd accept $17.13 for that contract, and your order would go ahead and fill. But also if you set it low and it takes a few minutes to fill or doesn't fill, you can always come back in and edit your order and increase your limit price so that way your order goes through. And so that's limit orders. Let's see what else they have in here. So they have market orders, and a market order works only when the market is open. And as soon as you click review and send and you submit your order, it's going to go ahead and fill at whatever the market price is, which is probably $17.95-ish. Now it could be more than that, or it could be less than that if somebody's offering to sell it for less. But your order will fill right away. You won't have to like wait in order for the price to match up. So if you just want your order to fill, selecting market could be a good option for you. There's a few others. There is stop market and stop limit. And I'm not going to go into those in this video, as market and limit cover it for this point in time. So I'm just going to go ahead back and select limit. All right, now we get into time and force, and we have day selected by default here. And that means that your order, if it doesn't fill right away, like it'll stay open for the rest of the day until it fills or until the day ends, and then your order will automatically cancel. Now, another option you could select is GTC, or good till canceled. And what that means is that your order will stay open until it is filled, or until you cancel it, or until the option expires. So it could stay open for 32 days or 33 days, and then finally cancel on day 33 when the option expires. And let's tap back into time and force. There's also good till date. So you could set a date as well. So this order is good until, 3 days in the future or whatever might be relevant. So same type of concept. It would stay open until you cancel it or it fills, or until this particular date. So instead of an expiration date, you have a set date. We'll go ahead and change it back to day. All right, then we have our expiration, which we already selected. But if you decide you want to change your expiration date, you could go ahead and use some of these quick options, or you could tap into it and select your expiration date from this menu here. And then we have limit price, which I've already discussed. So when you're ready, you go ahead and tap on review and send. And it gives us the details of our order right here. So you can see all the information. And I'm getting yelled at because I don't have enough funds in my account. But if you had enough funds, you'd go ahead and submit the order, and it would go ahead and execute with whatever settings that you have established. And so that's how to buy a call option on the TastyTrade mobile app. I'm going to switch over to the website and go through it on there. Alrighty, so we're on the TastyTrade website, and now we're going to go through the process of buying our call option here. If you didn't watch the mobile version, I do recommend watching it because I do cover several key terms and things like that I'm going to go quickly over on the desktop version. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we are logged in. We want to go to trading, and mine already loaded up on SPY and the options chain and everything, but let's go ahead and switch it. You can switch to a different symbol or look up a symbol right here. We'll go ahead and look up IBIT now. And you might be on like positions or something like that. So to get that options chain, you want to go to trade. And then you also want to make sure that you're on options. Like you might default to shares, but you would want to switch over to options in order to trade options. And you should get to a view that looks like this, assuming you have the same type of settings selected. So we have options, I'm on table, and then you could go ahead and change the number of strikes. You could change your side filter. I like having both calls and puts on one view, but if you just want to focus on calls, you could go ahead and select that. And then we have strategy right here, and this is kind of like a quick select option. I don't personally like doing it because it kind of seems to select things at random, and I'd rather just select it on my own. But if you wanted to, you could go ahead and you can change it. So in this case, we're doing a long call. So if it says short, you can click on it to change it to long, and then you can switch between put or call right here. And you could hit this quick select option, and it would go ahead and select a call option for you to go ahead and buy. Again, it just kind of seems random, and so I don't recommend doing that, but you could if you wanted to. Now I'm going to go ahead and clear the trade, so you can clear the trade down here and get rid of it. All right, so let's come back up here and take a look at our options chain. So this looks very similar to the mobile app that we were just looking at. We go ahead and we select our expiration date. We'll go back to June 16th right here. And then we're on the call side. So we're on call right here. And we have details. So we have our various columns. So right here we have our intrinsic value. You could go ahead and change the columns that you're looking at. We also have delta, and then we have our bid, which is the sell, and the ask, which is the buy. Again, we are buying options, so we're going to be looking at the ask column. And then we can go ahead and navigate through to figure out which strike price we want to buy a call option for. So we can look through here, and let's say that, I think the 38 a call option looks the best. I'd come over here on the ask and click on the 580, and it opens up my order form right here. And we can go through some of these metrics that they provide us, like our probability of profit, our extrinsic value, our P50, delta, theta, max profit infinity, max loss 580, our buying power requirement, so excludes commissions and fees, and so on. So it just gives us the details. We could also adjust our strike price from within the order form. If we want to go up the chain, which is down, so it's kind of backwards. So if we want to go from 38 to 37, we go up the chain, and then we could go back down the chain, which brings us from 37 to 38. So you could adjust your strike from within here. We could also quickly adjust our width if you had a multi-leg strategy. We only buy in one leg, so there's no width to adjust. We could increase or decrease the quantity as well. So you can see we've increased it to 5 right there. And we could go ahead and decrease it if you want to back down to 1. You could move forward or backwards your expiration. You could go ahead and swap. So instead of buying to open, which is what we want to do in this particular tutorial, we're buying a call option. But if you wanted to sell to open a call option, you'd go ahead and hit swap. But I'm going to go ahead and swap it back. You could also undo and redo if you want to as well. So if you're messing around and you're not sure what you did, you could just go ahead and undo everything that you did. We have our order details right there. So one contract with expiration of June 26, 33 days out, $38 call, buy to open. So it gives us all the details right there. We could go ahead and select our limit price as well. So we have 580, or we could lower it down or raise it up if you want to. And then you can select your order type, and I went through these on the mobile app. So we're gonna leave it on limit for now. Time and force, I covered that in the mobile app section. And so when you're ready, you tap on review and send. It gives you the details of your order. You make sure everything looks good, and you make sure that you have enough money in your account. And when you do, you click on submit, and your order will go through. Now, if it doesn't fill right away, you can go into your open orders and edit it and change the price that you're willing to pay for the option. You could increase it a little bit, and hopefully your order would go through. But if not, you could go ahead and increase it a little bit more, and so on. Or just wait until the order fills, or maybe it just won't hit the price that you want to pay for it, which is also very acceptable. And so that pretty much covers all there is to know about buying call options on the TastyTrade mobile app and also on their website. Again, if you're interested in learning more about call options or long calls in general, the strategy behind them, please check out this blog post and this video that I linked to down in the description below. It'll really help you understand the concept. And hopefully you found this video helpful. That's it. Hope you have a great day.